Anna Mae, hello. Thanks for coming. I thought I scheduled this earlier today, but I guess I didn't. I thought I had it scheduled earlier in the week, but it didn't take, I guess, for some reason. So thank you. What do you think? Clean shaven? Yay or nay? Uh, I decided to shave it. Hadn't shaved for quite a while, uh, but I thought I'd go with a clean shave look for a while. I'm just wondering what other people might think. I had surgery on my uh, gum area. I had a couple teeth had to be extracted and the bone graft. I had that done on Friday. I got to do the other side. I only got one on the other side Monday, tomorrow. So that's what's going on with me. So how you doing, Anime? Uh, Anything you want me to talk about or do? Does this make me look younger? Uh, Percy, how you doing? Thank you for coming. I'm sorry I put this up so late. I thought I had it up. I thought I did this on Friday, and I don't know if it's because everything's based in the states, and this computer, whenever I turn it off, disconnects from the state, and I got to reconnect every time I turn it on. So the next time I set it up, I'll leave it on, leave it connected. Hey, Jerry. Oh, sorry about that, Jerry. Give me a minute. Uh, I do want to do this. So I don't know what's going on here on my phone. Uh, that TV's not even on. I don't know why it's trying to connect it. I have no clue. What do you think, Jerry? Not even on. I don't know why it's trying to connect it. Uh, hmm. Let me see what's going on here. That's what the problem was. My phone was set up for the other account. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm just trying to. Here we go. Okay. That took a little longer than I should. Swami Tari comedian, how you doing? Let me check your channel out. I don't remember you being here before. I want to thank you for coming. We'll give you a blue jacket just so you don't feel lonely. Just to let you know, if you type LLL, it can be small letters or capital letters. It will bring up your channel information and people can check you out. Hey, Dan, thanks for coming, man. I had the surgery done, but only on the right side, my right side. I'm getting the left side done on Monday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The worst thing about this for me, no solid food and nothing hot, which means I'm drinking water and not my coffee. This is my water cup. I just bought this here. I was in the store, saw it, and I had to buy it. Thinking about it when I go back in there, if they have two, I'll bring the second one up. Hey, Jerry, how you doing, man? Well, thanks for coming up.
My pleasure. Can you hear me? It is very extremely windy.
Yeah. Oh, no, I can hear you. And okay. You're right, Dan. That does suck. No coffee in the morning. And because I'm having the other one done on Monday, it's going to be a week before I can have a cup of coffee, a hot cup of coffee. I can drink cold coffee, but I don't like cold coffee unless it's the bad kind. The kind that's blended with sugar and, you know. But, yeah. So how's everything going, Jerry?
It's okay. It's Saturday, so that's good. I want to see where I'm going to go tomorrow. I'll probably go to the nature park or go to a different park. I want to go to different parks, but I went to one Friday, but it was closed. And then I called the phone number on the website, and it was an answering machine. Yeah. But
I heard you talk. I was on one of your live streams. I just didn't say anything. The one you were driving.
Oh God, that's so horrible. You can't see the damn shad, the glare, the sun. You know how YouTube has those blue and green colors.
Yeah, I was happening to moving around some, and I saw you were on, so I just went ahead and turned you on. While I was going to say something, but I didn't because, well, I got in close to the end of it. But you did mention that one park was closed.
Yeah, I was sad, but that was I wanted to go check it out, but it was closed.
Well, you were heading to a different park. I think one of your normal parks.
Yeah, the normal one.
Feeding the animals, but you weren't going to do a live stream there.
Yeah, and I was just go throw the corn and the peanut butter.
Yeah, but like I said, you said you weren't going to do a live stream, so. And like I said, it was towards the end of it, and so I never said anything, but I was there listening.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I could never get Oh, thank you. I can never get Dan to pronounce his last name. I don't know. You've seen me ask, and I don't see every live stream just because of the. I think he does evening live streams now.
Okay.
But yeah, I try to persuade him to pronounce his last name. Row the R's. You probably remember that from your high school years. To row the R, row your R's.
Well, I had a hard time rolling R's.
It's like I guess an equivalent of the German and Finnish with that strong accent, very harsh.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes.
Otto.
Yeah, that was tell Dan because he was doing
Now.
or hitting.
I'm trying to remember some German words. Don't remember too many of them.
No, I just know maybe two or three. Not nothing
Nothing
major.
important.
Yeah, nothing to home write about. Nothing to write home about. Yeah, I was. What was I gonna say? Oh, because Dan was talking about how he about the Spanish. He didn't grow up in Spanish speaking household. Why did? Because it was
But
just Spanish was a primary language at home. So I always I don't know if Dan's still in the stream or not.
for
I always
me,
want to get him to say.
but I'm going to tell you, Dan just wrote my name as rolling the R's. It's
Hmm.
L.A. Then there's like maybe 6 R's. So the 2 normal, then about 4 more is what it looks like. Doing a
Yeah,
quick
no.
count.
Yeah, so
So
I'll say Dan's last name here, and as he pronounces, it's supposed to be pronounced Herrera. I'm sorry, let's start again. Herrera, because it's got a double R and then the one R at the end. So it's Herrera. It's like saying Guerrero
yeah,
or Gutierrez. It's another
like,
one.
yeah, like I said, I always had trouble rolling the R's. So I was never going to be a person who's going to be able to fool the Spanish with my or the Mexicans with my Spanish because uh, the teacher I had, he taught us more of the dialect of the Mexican language than the regular Spanish language of the Spanish. He says the reason for that was we'd have most of us, if we had any interaction, would be with Mexico, our Mexicans, from Mexico. Uh, because of the simple fact, United States, unless we go out of country, the odds of seeing a Spaniard was a lot slimmer than the odds of meeting up with a Mexican. Because, a lot of Mexicans legally and illegally, both, at that time, mostly legally, uh, migrated to the United States, whether it was as migrant workers or full time residents or citizens who became citizens are the children of migrants, which many of us are, uh, but they would know the Mexican dialect from their home country. So he just thought it would be more useful to teach more towards the Mexican way of saying things, or the pronunciation or the however you would say. I don't know how you would say it, but English, American English is not the same thing as King English, as we all know. UK and American are almost completely different. We can understand each other, but we don't always say it the same way.
We don't say bloody like they do a lot over there.
Yeah, well, we do only when we're imitating the English.
Bloody this and bloody that.
Yeah, or blimey.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like I said, yeah, and I'm not going to say the word, but there's a word that we could mean a carpet for us means something different for them, and so yeah, a type of carpet with long things
Yeah.
that means something different to them. We mean the carpet, and well, I was watching. I want to say it was Johnny Carson many many years ago.
Ed McMahon.
from England. I'm not sure what part, but they'd made this movie, and they were talking, and she was talking about how the expressions were different, and she was. He asked for some examples. She said she got a very funny look when she told the desk clerk at the hotel that she wanted to be knocked up in the morning. And Johnny just lost it. And she goes, what? He goes, well, in England, you say you want to be knocked up. That means you want somebody to wake you up.
Oh, knock on the door.
And that's not what it means here.
Yeah.
And another one she said was, keep your pecker up. Well, in England, your pecker is your chin.
Oh, okay.
So, and so I do remember those two because it was just so different from what it would mean here. This is when I was a young man. So, like I said, you might not even have been born yet because I'm going to say you probably were, but you were either very young. I don't think you were in school yet.
But it still holds. Yeah, it's still you can still relate to it now. 40, 50 years later, it's still the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's but that's what brought it home to me. Like I said, I was probably in my 20s, maybe my early 30s. So we're talking about 40 years ago, maybe longer. So like I said, you would have been very young.
Yeah.
But it depends on which picker you're leading with, Dan. That might get you in a world of hurt. If I led with mine, I'd probably get it broken. Either one. Dan said he always leads with his picker.
Yeah.
Like I said, with mine, it'd either get knocked off or broken. I mean, hey, what can I say? But I decided I shaved this off on, I did it Friday itself, the day I went in to get the surgery done. And so I've kept it clean shaven. Well, I got a hard head. I'll let them hit me in the top of the head. But, and right now, my jaw just couldn't take that punch right now. I can usually take a decent punch when I'm not under the influence of surgery. I still got the stitches in there. Today, I took pain medicine yesterday. They said, as you need it. It hurts a little bit, but I'm not taking any more medicine for the pain. I'm not worried about that. I can handle that. It actually got a lot better, a lot quicker than I thought it would. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt because it does, but not a lot. Not anywhere near as much as it did Friday. And that's
what do they use in the Philippines, Dan, Larry, for dentists? Do they use a needle or laughing gas?
Well, they used a needle on this.
Okay.
Yeah. They shot me up pretty good. Tina Marie, hello. Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, that's what they use in Mexico.
Yeah. Well, I've had both in the States. They will do both. And I don't know if they do both at the same time, but my last few things with the States, they wanted to use the needle for fillings. They, if you had fillings, they wanted to use the needle. I hadn't had surgery, so I couldn't tell you. But
I'd go with the needle.
Yeah, And they also use the needle if they pull. The dentist I were going to would use the needle for pulling. And I always freaked them out whenever they just wanted to do a filling. I wouldn't take the needle. I
Mhm.
said, just go ahead and do it. No, I hate the needle. But
No, sometimes it's painful, but sometimes I've had to ask for them to stick me 2 or 3 times just because of
yeah.
the pain.
Well, see, if all they're doing is drilling and they're not going to hit the nerve, how close are you going to be to the gum? Well, it's not going to
Yeah.
be that. Then I just drill. I don't like the needle. I'll take it if when you're going to pull a tooth. I'm not stupid, but I could take whatever little bit of pain there is with the drill. It doesn't bother me that much. But that drooling and all that
Yeah.
But the main reason I don't like the needle is I think is as a kid, I just didn't like needles in my mouth. I could take a needle in my arm. I could watch you give me a shot. Uh, I don't like. I watched them put the needle in and draw the blood. I'm not crazy about watching it, but I can do it. But no, the only time I found a needle in my mouth was beneficial to me as far as pain goes. When I was in the Navy, I had what they call an abscess, PTA, some kind of tonsil abscess. And they stuck a needle in there and pulled out over 10 cc's of pus.
Damn.
And I had also at the same time, I had a strep throat. But I felt like $1,000,000 when they pulled that pus out. That was
Yeah.
causing me a lot more pain than the strep throat was. And so that's the only time I've ever thought a needle was good in my mouth. I wasn't happy about it going in until, like I said, until I took that pus out. Then they reached in and with a scalpel, cut it a little bit more and had me spit the rest out. So, yeah, that's the only time I can say that the needle was beneficial. I'm not saying whenever you have a tooth pulled, yeah, you need something to numb the pain there, but that's not something I enjoy. Uh, so how's it? How are you doing? Uh, I know you said you don't want to discuss your plans for tomorrow, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll still go to
so
the
how's
park.
your work going? What is your work schedule now?
Oh, I'm off on Friday and Sunday. My Wednesday's got replaced with Friday.
Okay, well at least you kept your Sunday.
Yeah, the Sunday because that's post COVID because pre COVID I was off Wednesdays and weekends, but I went in at 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
And post COVID is just they said everybody has to work at least one weekend day, and
yeah.
yeah, so but then they earlier this year they laid off about 250 employees worldwide. It was about 35 just in the call center where I'm at.
Okay.
So it's a big they cut different positions from all different levels. Many also from the I'm not gonna say from the top because they don't go, but the software engineers and people like that behind the scenes.
Yeah,
It's like what you see in the news every now and then. Google's gonna lay off X number of people, or
yeah.
uh, those big tech companies.
Oh yeah, they're yeah they've been a lot of bloodletting going. Uh,
Yeah,
Kodak went through that in the uh, late '90s and early 2000s, or to mid 2000s actually. My brother-in-law got it. Oh, trying to think how many years. He got it
Kodak.
early 2000s. He got laid. He was in his 50s.
Kodak. Oh,
But
yes.
he had enough seniority or not enough time with him, and he took only half pay, so he stretched it out farther to where it let him get to where he made, what was it, 59 and a half, so he could touch his 401k or whatever it was that he
Yeah.
had. He also had a retirement plan from the company.
Eastman,
That's what he
wasn't it?
wrote out.
Kodak Eastman.
Huh?
Kodak Eastman.
Eastman, yeah, Eastman Kodak.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law was a electrical or electronics engineer. Not electrical, electronics engineer. Hey, Robert, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming. But anyway, he took his retirement from the Kodak and rolled it out to a private. But like I said, he had to wait so long before he could get to it. And they bridged him. They offered him a bridge of 6 months, a year, whatever it was. And so he took less money so he could double the length of time. I think it was 6 months, and he doubled it to a year. And it was a good thing he wrote his money out, because that later on, I guess they took some of the people's or cut their retirement levels down. And another guy I know that worked there, I didn't know him when he was working there, but we worked together later on. He took his buyout as well and took the money and paid off all his bills and bought a second house for his daughter. And they were supposed to pay him back. I don't know if they ever did. That's not my business. That's what he did with his money. And so, now he was younger. He was 10 years younger than my brother-in-law. So he had to get a job and keep working. And that's how I got to know him, because he got a job and was working with, came to work where I was working at. And we worked together. Matter of fact, we were worked together quite a while. We were on the same shift. So, Robert, how you doing? Are you in the Mindanao now? Or are you back in Florida? I know right now everything shows me U.S. time frame. I had to set this up as on the time of the U.S. I don't know how I change this computer to something else. I'll have to maybe figure that out. But everything's based in U.S. I mean, I signed up for YouTube in the United States. I signed up for StreamYard in the United States. And StreamYard's going U.S. time, Eastern. And so I'd have to go in there and see if I can change that. Crystal, how you doing, Crystal? Anybody else want to come up? That's what the pin's there for. Jerry there is in South Texas feeding his chickens, getting his eggs, and I'll put some water out too. We can see.
Clean that pan. There was a broken egg. So I gotta rinse this pan here. Because otherwise, if I do, it's gonna get sticky.
Sorry to hear that, Crystal. Crystal says it's a rainy morning where she's stuck indoors. Crystal, I've been indoors since I got home Friday after the surgery. And Jerry, Crystal says hi.
I don't think you can hear me. The microphone is way over there.
I can hear you, Jerry.
Oh, okay. Well, the microphone is way over there.
Okay. But now, go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm over there, and the mic is right here next to the eggs. Hey, Crystal.
But
So let me just.
now, Crystal, she said she can hear you, Jerry.
Oh, okay, yeah, because
Now,
I'm next to the
Crystal,
mic now.
yeah, that's a nice mic. Because we could hear you over there. I could hear you over there when you were away from it.
I'm not sure how far
But
I can walk, and it'll pick up the sound.
some of them quite a ways, really.
Yeah.
And Crystal says, "Let's fry those eggs for Jerry."
Yeah. Well, I had eggs for dinner, potato egg and chorizo, tacos.
I can't have anything solid to eat. Nothing
Yeah,
hot.
you gotta do the liquid
It sucks.
slushies.
Yeah, well, I can eat pudding. I can eat ice cream. I can eat jam. I can eat peanut butter, but it's got to be soft. Nothing that's going to be hard to chew.
Yeah. For how many days?
Well, it's supposed to be. It'll be 6-7 days total.
Wow.
It's supposed to be 3 days or so for each side, and they're being done back to back. So by the time I go in, if I had it all done Friday, by Tuesday I could be back to eating and stuff like that. But because I'm having it done again, the other side done on Monday, it's going to be another 3 days beyond that. So that'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Friday, I'll be able to. It'll be a week. No hot coffee, no solid food. Oh, but
No pancit, no sisig.
nothing hot.
What's your favorite Filipino food now?
Lumpia
Oh,
Shanghai.
Oh yeah, gotta love
You
that.
want my favorite? That's my favorite.
Yep.
Give me a moment here. I got something here. I'll show it to you. Let me get it. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm gonna go get some water.
Well, I got
I'll also
water.
be back here in about a minute.
Well, what I'm saying is I got this the Sotang Hong. I'm not sure how much I'm going to like it. Looks like it's got some shrimp in it, but it's got red.
How far is the
chili
wet
with
market from you?
coloring. Huh?
How far is the wet market from you?
I don't know where there's one at. The one that they all went to is quite a ways from me.
Oh, okay. Let me fill the thing up with water for the chicken that's locked up. Or not fill it up. Let me just put fresh water. I'll be back.
Okay. But Marianne, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Pamela? Jen, how you doing? Jennifer? Shane, how you doing, Shane? ABCM, thanks for coming. I'm sorry I didn't see y'all when you first came in. I said let's bring this forward again. Bring it closer to me.
Oh, I didn't put the camera facing up. Sorry about that. Every time that I crave shrimp, fish, or squid, I would just give some money to the people I stayed with. They would go to the wet market and buy it. Usually, about a kilo.
You got to remember now. I live by myself.
Yeah.
I got a small. For here, it's a good size 1 bedroom. It's about 36 square meters, and that's probably including the balcony. And so the balcony is probably about 3 square meters. So I still got about 33 square meters of living space.
Yeah,
I did step outside earlier Crystal, I did step outside here earlier onto my balcony, and it felt very comfortable out there with a nice little cool breeze. Now, it rained yesterday, off and on, and last night. Did that again. It's done that the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. It's rained for a while, then quit. And I usually try to get out when it's not in between the rainstorms if I'm going out. I just decided when I came home Friday that I wasn't going to go out Saturday at all. That I decided yesterday I'm not going to go out today either. I can't have my coffee. I can't eat anything solid. I just can't really see a reason to go out. I mean, unless I just want to go out for a walk, because there's really nothing else I can do. Yes, I have my own water dispenser in the room. I can't remember the exact cost of the water, but they bring it up to me. I call down and they'll bring up a fresh one whenever I need it. The building people do. They treat me real well. They treat everybody here real well. The building, every condo unit, call it. I'm going to call it an apartment because from my understanding, nobody owns anything in here but the building people. It's all the apartments are owned by the building. There's no individual owners. It's all Santoni's place actually owns all of them. Depends. I'm less than a half mile from Landers Superstore, which I think is around the start of Iola. But if you're talking about the mall itself, I'm about a mile from the mall. Hey, Ian, thanks for coming.
New Star Mall?
Cindy, thank you. And,
New Star Mall? Remember Chris would mention that one?
I'm talking about the Iola Central.
Okay. There's another one that's somewhat empty, isn't it? There's one there that's somewhat empty.
Oh, that's over close to
Well, there's several, but the main ones.
That's over close to the airport. It's still on the island of Cebu, but it's over close to where that's the other direction, I believe, from where
I can tell
Hop.
I can tell Crystal that none of them are named Hop. None of those chickens are named Hop. And actually, none of them have a name. So every time that when I visit Crystal's lives, when I can, I'll ask for Hop.
Yeah.
See how Hop's doing.
Yeah.
Can you hear the music in the background?
Jerry Zindy said hi.
Who's that, Cindy?
Zindy, yeah.
Oh, Zindy. Hello, Cindy.
Zindy,
yeah,
yes.
There's a Zindy and then there's Cindy.
Yeah, no, this is Zindy with a Z.
Yeah, Zindy.
She said hi to you.
Hello.
Got the three red hands, like waving. Cindy, I do this because when Jerry's on his cell phone, he really can't see the chat.
Yeah, I can't. So I don't see the chat at all.
I'll relay it. Yeah, like I said, when I see it, I relay it to him.
Verapusa.
ABCM is doing the raid on me.
Which
is cool. That helps.
Yep.
And
I'm just waiting for them to go in so that way I can go back inside.
See how you're...
I gotta do the prepare the chicken feed for tomorrow.
Like I said,
the bird feed.
I just can't wait till Friday next week so I can finally have a cup of coffee.
Have you?
I've been drinking a lot of soda.
Oh, that's not good. You didn't
I
drink a
can
lot of
say
water?
beer.
You didn't drink a lot of water?
Water and Coke,
I mixed it.
some milk. I also have some uh, liquid yogurt.
What kind of milk?
Uh, Either skim or
Evaporated?
1%.
It's
No,
dairy
no,
milk
no.
or
I
evaporated?
don't know. It's a kind that comes in the container that they tell you to. Uh, Kathy, how you doing? What are you? And she says hi to you and me both.
Oh, hello. Yeah, let me get the. I need to buy some corn tomorrow.
Yeah. Just gave Kathy a blue jacket. Now, Kathy, if you have a channel that you want with followers, just type in 3Ls and my Nightbot will drop your link. Everyone, Kathy Pendergast is one of Jerry's followers. And
Kathy, Pendergrass.
yeah, she's here.
Yeah,
She said
she's
hi to you and I both.
Oh, thank you, Kathy. She's from Michigan.
But so this is the first time I noticed her here in my live stream.
Midwinter. She's I guess I don't know how far
Yeah,
Michigan is from Indiana.
we Midwesterners are good people. A little crazy at times, but we're good people. Yeah, Kathy, I'm originally from Terre Haute, Indiana. I'm a little bit south of you. Although I've been living, before I moved to the Philippines, I was out in New York. I was in Albany, New York area. And before that, I was in Rochester, Buffalo, New York area. I spent about 30 years out there. But we appreciate it, Kathy. She's telling me she did. She goes, no, we just enjoy watching your blogs a little. That's fine. She said she didn't. In other words, she's let me know she doesn't have a channel where she do blogs. A lot of people don't. I started this, Kathy, because I knew I was going to be retiring. I started this. I was still in my 60s. I'm 72 now. Retired just this year. But I know me. I needed a reason once in a while just to get myself in gear and do something. And this is my reason. Now, I enjoy the live streams the most. Once I get everything get acclimated, I should say. I was thinking about going to the Capital District this coming week, but with the surgeries, I don't know if I'll make it. But we will hopefully the week after. Want to go down by Fuente Circle. Kathy, this area that Jerry and I know from watching. I'm pretty sure, Jerry, didn't you watch Chris and Sabu?
Repeat that question.
I said, did you watch Chris and Sabu?
Yeah, I did. Chris was the first YouTube blogger that I followed. YouTube recommended him. 2 weeks after I came back from the Philippines for my very first trip over there, 2018. And 2 weeks later,
well, Chris wasn't my first YouTube vlogger that I followed, but he was the first one to do live streams that I followed. And he did walking live streams.
Yeah, that's what inspired me to walking.
Yeah. Well, I started following him when he was doing videos. Him and his daughter, she was young then, was the unicorn.
Yep, right there.
Little unicorn hat lot. And they would do food testing things, and they also went to different places, and he'd do vlogs. But then he started doing the walking vlogs. And that pretty much was his main thing after that. And he'd walk around the Capital District, which is a couple of miles or so, I think, from where I live. I'll take one of the things could really use help with. And if I ever start running around with a Filipino or Filipina, I'll get the help. Leah, how you doing? And she's saying hi to both of us, Jerry.
Thank you. I always call her LNL. I can't pronounce the name, her channel name. So I just say
like
LNL.
Leah and Leah.
Leah and Leah.
Leah and Leah. I'm just guessing.
I just say LNL.
Yeah. Well, some people just call me Triple L, so
yeah.
But I don't care if they use my channel name. Just call me lazy or just call me Larry. Just don't forget to call me to eat.
Yeah.
And Leah say, hello, chickens.
Yeah, the manok. There's one over there. And then I don't know where the other ones are. Oh, yeah, I got to remember not to forget those eggs. That'll probably be I won't eat anything tomorrow. That'll be for during the week. I haven't had to buy a store.
I'm just wondering, if I cook the eggs and let them cool off, would that be considered eating solid food?
Yeah, because
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, but it's still solid.
How hard is? Yeah.
You would literally have to just get the egg in a crack it in a glass, stir it. You know how some people like to drink just egg like that. Egg yolk and egg white.
I'm not into that. I mean, I can.
I stick to ice cream and gelatin.
Now, Kathy says we have a place a few blocks from the park that you feeds the Javelina.
What was that?
I said, Kathy says we have a place a few blocks from the park that Jerry, where he feeds the javelinas.
Yeah, she's not that. Well, when they come down, she's not that far away from where the park is. Maybe 5-minute drive, maybe less.
So Kathy and her husband, snowbirds.
No, well, I don't know about snowbirds because they were here just for a short time. Usually a snowbird would be.
My parents would go to either, they went to both places, Mission and Brownsville.
Yeah, Brownsville's about 45 minutes from where I live, and Mission, I think maybe about the same.
Yeah, but they had the RV parks.
Yeah.
And my parents would go down for the winter for like 3 or 4 winters before my dad died. And they were snowbirds. They had well, when they first started going down, they had a 33-foot fifth wheel. And then they traded that in and had a 30-foot pole camper that they'd go down and spend the winter at. And Dad, they switched the fifth wheel to a pole because he didn't have the insurance on the fifth wheel. If anything happened to him or mom, it was paid off. And he was able to do that with the 30-foot pole. He was able to get that insurance. And so when he passed away, the insurance paid the fifth wheel off, and mom sold it to help pay all the bills. To help with what insurance didn't cover. So, but yeah, matter of fact, when they had the fifth wheel, they came out to California. I was still in the Navy. And first couple of years that they had the campers, I was in the Navy. And they would come down. My mom's uncle died. I think it's the one that lived in Lubbock. Might have been the one that lived in Fort Worth, Texas. She had a relative that died, so they went to the funeral. And while they were after the funeral, Dad says, "Well, we'll never get closer. You want to go or not?" My mom called her a job and took a week off, and they came over to San Diego, and I got to visit with my parents while they were in town. So I slept in the fifth wheel. That was a pretty nice place. It was very comfortable. The fifth wheel was, but Kathy says her place is on Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison is the one.
She goes, we are slowly trying to become snowbirds. And we had the good fortune to meet Jerry this year and are still watching.
Yeah, thank you, Kathy. I had they gave me a T-shirt from one of the high schools there in Michigan.
Now,
really nice
this applies
T-shirt.
to me. Yeah, this one applies to me. She goes, we have watched you before, Larry. This is our first time watching you live. So thank you, Kathy. We really appreciate it. Oh, Lady Ann. Hey, Lady Ann, how you doing? Let me give you, I just noticed you. She just came in. She has watched a few of mine and commented on a few of mine.
Got a notification,
Ann,
I think Talks Vlogs went live not too long ago.
But now, Lady Ann, I do have a Nightbot. If you just type in 3 L's, and like the Tipper Tape there shows, it'll drop your link for you. Hey, Shell, how you doing, Shell? Thank you for coming. ABC, I'm sending over a lot of Raiders. So
okay, how do you
appreciate that?
Ask her, because Elvie pronounced it differently. Ask her if she's pronounced Shell or Shailene.
All right, Shell. We want to know if you pronounce it Shell or Shailene. Shailene may be her full name too, Jerry.
Yeah, I go by just the channel name.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But Shell, I'm going to go Shell until she tells me different. Shell, do you pronounce it Shell or Shailene? How do you pronounce your channel name? Is it Shell Vlogs or Shailene Vlogs? I know I pronounce Pamela's name Pamela, but I've heard it pronounced Pamela.
Yeah, well, in Spanish it's Pamela.
Pamela.
Yeah, it's the same, basically the same thing.
Yeah. But so anyway, like I said, this is the highlight of my day today, guys. Usually on Sunday I go out, but I'm not today.
Have you gone to Jollibee already? At any point prior to this week?
I've been to Jollibee, but I got coffee. I didn't get anything to eat there. Hey Tim, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming.
Yeah. In the 4 weeks that I'm there, usually when I'm there in the 4 weeks, I'll eat Jollibee maybe 2 or 3 times. McDonald's, I'll go eat 2 or 3 times.
The problem, I got to find a place where I went to Jollibee's, and it was busy, and all I really wanted was a cup of coffee.
Oh, Jollibee's always packed.
And Moe's was out of the regular coffee that I wanted. So I thought, well, we'll stop and get a cup of coffee here at Jollibee's. It took 15 to 20 minutes to get a cup of coffee.
Damn, I would have gone to
go.
7-Eleven. No 7-Eleven
I
nearby?
was at the mall.
No.
There was no 7-Eleven at the mall.
Oh, you're at the mall. Okay, that was just
Yeah, I was at the mall. No, I got my coffee when I was staying at 18 Suites, the hotel. I'd go if all I wanted was coffee. I'd go to 7-Eleven. It was on my way to the mall, so I wouldn't even have to go to the mall. Jim, that went pretty good. I feel a lot better than I thought I would. I was surprised how quickly I felt, how much better I felt on Saturday than I did on Friday after the surgery. And I feel a little better today. I still got one. I decided only to do the two that were on my right side. I did those two Friday. I'm going back in Monday, and I'm going to do the one that's on my left side separately. It took an hour and a half or longer just to do the two because the roots broke and they had to cut the roots out separately. JLB, how you doing? JLB says hi to you too, Jerry.
Hey, JLB. They're waiting for these seconds to come inside so I can lock it up. Got one, two. Got one more black chicken. I got one rooster. Two more to go. There's a rooster.
So, Kathy likes your chicken coop. She goes, it's a really nice one.
Thank you. That's a gentleman, an older man, built it. This used to be for my mom used to have plants there. It was all run down. So earlier this year, it was about maybe, I don't know, $700, I think, with the labor and the what the hell you call it? Not the parts, the material. But it was much better than what they had before. Plus, it's they got a whole bunch of netting for the possums and to avoid the possums and dogs. So that's all I need. I don't need a huge flock.
Tim saying hello to everyone.
Hey, Tim.
Dizziak.
There was another earthquake, wasn't there? A second earthquake? Yesterday, the day before?
Okay, says that's not bad. It looks big.
What was that?
She says that's not bad. It looks big. She's talking about the chicken coop.
Yeah, it's a huge chicken coop. I'm gonna say, Cuddy, I think it's probably 8 feet. I think, and then 8 by 12, maybe. I'd like to say 8 by 12.
JLB, the heat bothered me some, especially at first. It still bothers me a little bit, but there are days that it's not bad. Maybe because the humidity's down some after the rain. There's been a few days when I'm over at the mall, and in the evening time, I'll sit outside and eat and be quite comfortable. It's a little warmer than what it would be back home in New York at this time of year, but it's still not bad. I went outside this morning, and it felt very comfortable. Like I said, granted, I was just standing on my balcony, but there was a nice little breeze. Didn't feel like it was hot at all. Now, this was still early this morning.
You'll be missing New York there in January, February.
I will not miss New York outside of the fall colors. That's the only thing I'm going to miss about New York. And that's the same thing about Indiana.
Yeah.
is the colors, the fall colors. Because in my part of the country, Indiana part, my part there, we have some hills with a lot of trees. I could go south a little ways and run into a lot more hills with trees and a lot of color. So during the fall, the colors is what I'm going to miss. Not the cold, not the snow. No, I'm not going to miss any of that. And maybe the cooler weather of late spring or early fall. The summer weather is not a whole outside a little more humidity here. There's days and weeks of the summer that are just as bad in Indiana or New York as here. Now, it's not as long. You only go maybe a couple of days at a time, where here you can go weeks at a time with it. But there's days we get up in the upper 90s and all that good happy stuff. So, like I said, the summer part not so much. Although, let's be honest about it, if I was a rich person or a very well-off person and could afford it, I'd probably do 6 months and 6 months. Go back home somewhere around March, April, and then come back in September. But I can't afford to have two places. Yeah, it does. And your body eventually gets used to cold too, but I just don't like the cold. I mean, especially with all the snow and the ice that you get with it, I can handle the cold itself. You just dress up a little more. I had a remote starter on my car, so I could start the car up 5-10 minutes before I go out, so it'd be warm and ready to go. And I had heated seats. So I had the comfort as far as driving. And as you well know, you got thermal underwear and you got insulated clothing that you can put on top of everything. So you can dress for the cold. But that snow and ice I just got tired of having to clean my car off and spend a half an hour or longer out because I'm going somewhere where I'm not going to be wearing that stuff. So when I go out to clean my car off, I'm not wearing it. I'm wearing a heavy winter coat, gloves, and that's about it. And if I have to take 15, 20 minutes to clean my car off, I'm cold. Now I put a mask on, I'll do that. I got one of those ski masks I can wear, keep the face from getting too cold. And I'm with you, Kathy. Kathy says, I'd rather take off my clothes and put the fan on than pay to heat my house. Well,
yeah.
I King Gaming, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming. I happen to have the air conditioner running 24/7 right now. And I did have a fan that I was using in the living room, but I haven't used it in quite some time. I don't know if it's because I'm getting more adjusted or because of it being the rainy area that it just doesn't feel as hot in the apartment as it does when it's the non-rainy season, when it's the heat season, when it's just hot and humid. Or maybe it's a combination of the two. But I don't expect I'm going to be that used to the heat this quick. So it's probably more that it's a little less humid, a little not quite as hot on average. Because there's still days I'll turn the fan on, but there's days I don't. And I used to take it into the bedroom, even with the air conditioning in there, and turn it on. I haven't done that in quite some time. Because the bedroom really getting used to that. And we just lost Jerry. He took himself out. So I want to thank Jerry for coming up. I think he's going to go to talks. I think she's got a live going on. Hey, IKEA. I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. I'm sorry, but thank you for coming. ABCM's still sending Raiders over. We appreciate that. So yeah, it's just so slowly but surely getting adjusted. In case you wondered, there's that. That's the picture on my wall. When you walk in, you'll see it. I happen to be sitting on my sofa. It's a 2-seat sofa. The only time I find it oppressive is when it's humid as well. Hey, crazy kid. Oh, yeah, crazy. I'm still here in the Philippines. I don't have any plans to leave for a while. I'm retired. Don't know when I'm going to, if I'm ever going back to the States. I really haven't decided yet. I plan on staying here at least a year, looking at maybe 2 years at least. We'll make that decision later. I'm having surgery done on my mouth, and to get everything I done that I want done, unless I change my mind, it's going to take me about a year. I'm going to have most of the stuff done within 2 months, but I got to let everything really heal up, get used to everything, and then I may, if I decide to, which I'm leaning towards doing, have implants put in. They're going to give me a partial in a little over a month after I get this stuff done. I'll wait a little over a month. They'll take the imprint so they can make the partial. Depends on how long it takes the partial. Then I'll get it, and I'll take some time. Let everything heal up. It'll also let me decide if I like the partial enough to stop there, or if I want to keep going and get the implants. If I had to make that decision today, it would be the implants. Less of a hassle to me, more pain at the start of it. Hey, Jerry, you take care, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming up. And and also, JLB, I think the oppressive heat right now is going to is pretty much done. So for right now, I mean, I was here for part of it, and when I first got here, hey, Mike, how you doing? How's Jen? Hope everything's going well. But when I was, like I said, when I was at 18 Suites, I went out every day and walked down to, well, I shouldn't say it. Yeah, I went out every day. It may not have been for long, but I went out every day. I hated sitting in the hotel room. The chairs they had weren't that comfortable. The room was small. I never even opened my laptop the whole time I was there. I was in this room for this apartment here for a week or two before I opened up the laptop. But so, yeah, I dealt with the heat and the humidity. The only time I really felt overwhelmed with the heat is if I was sitting outside. When I was walking, it wasn't too bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was sweating, but it got worse if I sat down and just tried to relax. I did that a few times anyway, outside, just because I happen to really love that terrace area. The terraces are to me, is great. Glad to hear it, Mike. And So I'm a people watcher. I like to watch people. And so you sit there out in front of the bowls, though. uh, Sometimes, even if that old ugly man like me will get hit on. And sometimes I'm not so sure it's the good girls that are hitting. For you that know what I'm saying. Uh, some of them I'm pretty sure are not the good girls. And there were some that I think were uh, nice girls. I really do. But there were some that no, they weren't. They weren't the good girls. But I'm not looking, so it didn't matter whether they the good girls or not. Uh, like I said, right now I got to get. I want to deal with this. Then I want to. My first trip off the island will be to Dumaguete. Uh, Whether or not I take my laptop, I haven't decided. And if I don't take the laptop, I won't be doing a live. Probably won't do a live stream that week, but you'll know about that in advance. Because I'll tell you the week before, if nothing else. But I may take the laptop. I want to go up to Valencia. I don't know how many of you watch videos about Dumaguete, Valencia area, but I want to be there for a Sunday market. I want to be in Valencia for a Sunday market. I've seen a lot of videos on it. It's not a typical market. They have a market every day, but their Sunday is a large one. They have a lot of vendors, food booths, all kinds of stuff. And so I want to go see a Sunday market. And I want to visit Dumaguete because of all the videos and all the, there's a lot of vloggers in that area. So I'd like to go see that. So that'll be my first trip off. My second trip, I haven't decided where I'm going yet. I'm going to go, but I want to get this done first. And it may be before I have the partial. And maybe I may wait till after I get the partial to go. I'm not what you would call a well-off expat by Western standards. I'm well enough that I can live here, no problem. I can pay my bills, save a little money. But I need to know. Yeah, JLB, Valencia is supposed to be cooler. I'm sure there's some other cities like those too. But those are the two that I know of are supposed to be cooler. And Valencia is right outside of Dumaguete. So I can visit both those places on the same trip. I'll probably stay in Dumaguete because it's bigger. Valencia, I think it's a little more expensive because it's cooler. And a lot of expats go up there because it's cooler. I do follow a vlogger that lives in Valencia. Him and his, it's a Phil M couple with 2 kids. They are not putting out as much content now as they used to, but that's all right. But I do want to go see that. I don't know if I can afford Valencia any more than I can afford here. I mean, I think the cost would be close to the same. I could be wrong. It might be a little cheaper up there. I know Dumaguete would be cheaper. And if you move to Dumaguete, you can always get yourself your own transportation. If it gets really hot, you can head for Valencia or farther up the hill from there. There's places to go to have coffee and things to eat. They got a lot of water, regular parks, natural parks. So there's something you can do to get away from the heat there without having to go to the malls. And you can always go to the malls. I'm not going to Thailand. No, I don't know. At one time I thought about between Thailand and the Philippines, but Thailand's always changing its rules, or it seems like they're changing their rules on the visas all the time. You have to leave Thailand unless you get a job there. Okay, you got a job there in the business, like teaching English or some other thing where and you get a job and the business sponsors you. You can stay for a year or longer. All right. But if you're just there on a tourist visa, like here in the Philippines, you got to leave the country every couple months, if not more. But like every month, I want to say about every 2 months, you have to leave, then come back. There is no if ands. You got to do it. That's unless you want to be non-compliant and get caught and get kicked out. Now in the Philippines, when you come here, you got to have what they call an onward ticket, whether it's a round trip ticket or a ticket to some other country like Thailand, or I got mine for Malaysia. And there are businesses that'll sell you one that really isn't yours. You're just renting it. I went ahead and bought a real ticket in case they wanted to check it. They didn't. They do. If I remember right, they did check it before I got on the plane to leave the States when they knew I was leaving the Philippines. But once you get here, you get 1 month free. Boom. You're here for a month. Before that month is over, you go into by yourself, or in my case, I paid somebody else to do it. There's agencies that do this. They're legal agencies. So you want to make sure you get a legal agency that can handle it. There's JRC and there's Heidi here in Cebu. I went with JRC. I've known about him longer. Now I say I go with JRC. Him, it's his group. I never met with JRC himself. I would know him if I seen him because I've seen videos with the people interviewing him. But I had a nice young lady help me, Cynthia, and I was going to do it on my own, but it's quite a ways from where I'm living, so I'd have to get a Grab to go there. I'd have to go in and wait in line to apply. That could take anywhere from a few minutes to half a day or more. Depends on how many people are there when you get there. And then you have to leave your passport with them or pay a whole lot more money to get it back that same day. I think it's the same day. And then pay to go back home. Well, for the price of driving over there, driving back, and the expedited cost, are going back a second time, would be just about as much as paying them to do it. Might have been a little less, but then you got to take into consideration your time. So I decided to let them do it. So I had to fill out some information, and I don't have to fill it out again. They got that information on file. Now, the first time you extend, you can only get 1 month. And you can do 1 month every time if you want. I'll do 2 months the next time, just to save the trouble. I think it cost me the same to do 1 month as 2 months. I'll find out. And as long as it's the same cost, you're saving money by doing it 2 months instead of 1 month. Because your visa is going to be the same for 2 months as if you do it 1 month or 2 months. You're going to pay for 2 months. I'm talking about the cost of having them do it. I think it'll be the same as doing 1 month or 2 months, so you'd save that little bit of money. And plus, you also save that little bit of time of having to worry about it. Plus, they also remind you that, hey, it's time to renew. You go in, take your passport in, give it to whoever's doing your uh, renewal, give it to them. And about a week or so later, it's 5 to 10 business days. So figure about 7 days, working days. Later, I got mine, I think 8, 7 or 8 days. They call and let you know, hey, it's here. You can come pick it up. I had a little bit of change left over. They gave me back my change, give me back my passport. It's stamped, and off my merry way I go. Uh, I'm not out to grab ride because it's right over by my favorite mall. So I get to grab ride to them, walk in, go sign in. It's a building that's secure. All visitors have to sign in. You give them your driver's license. They give you a pass to wear. And when you come back down to go out, you give back the pass. They give back your driver's license. You put your time down as when you left, and then you go about your merry way. See, my favorite mall is right next door. So what do? Well, I go across to the mall, get a cup of coffee, and a little later on, get something to eat. And I get to spend time at the place I like to spend time at if I leave my apartment. So it's very convenient for me, at least living where I'm at, doing what I'm doing. Now, I'm still trying to figure out my cost of living this first month. I can't worry about what it cost me this month because I bought some stuff to set up for my apartment. Once I decided I'm going to stay here for a while, even though I'm on a month to month, I bought some dishes. They had a couple of plates and stuff, but I wasn't that crazy about the bowls they had. So I bought a set of plates and bowls and silverware. They had just 2 forks, 2 spoons, 2 serving spoons, or bigger spoons anyway. So I bought a set of 4 for, instead of 2. Then I bought a couple different bowls as well. So like I said, I'm spending some money that next month and the months thereafter I won't have to spend. So I'll have a notion of about how much it'll cost me per month, but it'll have to be adjusted, hopefully downward after this month. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. How much travel can I do and not kill my emergency fund too bad, if at all. I'm hoping I can do it without hurting it. And that's why I'm saying I won't. Hey, Monroe, thanks for coming, man. That's why I'm saying I'm not going to travel every month because I want to keep that emergency fund safe. Plus, I'm paying for this. This is coming out of money that I got. And this is going to cost me a few $1,000s, okay, US dollars. It would cost me double, okay, if I had it done in the States. So yes, it's expensive, but not compared to the States. And they do excellent work. They really do. Well, Monroe, we appreciate it anyway. We like to check out yours as well once in a while. And so, yeah, it's just, it's just right now, the first few months, you need to figure out what you need. How much do you need to live the way you want to live? And do you have that money, or do you need to adjust your cost of living budget? Your entire budget is what you got coming in every month. Now, when I talk about budget, usually I'm talking about my cost of living budget. All right. I got it less than what I got my entire budget. That's the way it should be. You should always be trying to save money. I've got it set higher, my cost of living budget higher than what I'm hoping it'll be. I'm hoping it'll be enough that I can do my travel with that, even if it means only going every couple months. All right, Kathy, thank you for coming. I try to do one every week at the same time. It'll be 7 o'clock in the evening for you. It'll be 8 o'clock in the morning here. But at the change of time, it'll be an hour earlier once we change the clocks. Because I try to keep it at 8 o'clock always here in the Philippines, because this is where most of my followers are at. So thank you. God bless you as well. And you and Jim take good care of each other. Have fun. So that's what you got to look at. You really got to look at how much do I need to live comfortably for me? And can I do it in this location, or do I have to go to some other location? Because like I said, Dumaguete would be cheaper than Cebu. I believe Iloilo and Davao City both would be cheaper than Cebu. And there's some other areas. But you got to look at, for me, one of the things I got to take in consideration, because like I said, I am 72, I'll be 73 later this year, is hospitals. Cebu's got excellent hospitals. Dumaguete, Davao City, Iloilo, they all have good hospitals. Probably as good as most of the hospitals in the United States. Now, the best hospital, world-class hospital, is in Manila. That's the best, and it is world-class. It's better than anything in Albany, New York, anything in Buffalo, New York, anything in Rochester, New York. It's along the line of a Cleveland Clinic or maybe a Mayo, maybe not quite a Mayo Clinic, but it's along the line of Cleveland and a few of the top-rated hospitals in the United States. It's a world-class hospital. I believe that's St. Mark or St. Luke Hospital. But I don't know if I don't think I want to live in a city that large, but maybe close to it. As many of you know, I've talked about it before. I have sleep apnea, and I use a double filter system. One filter keeps the stuff out that would harm the machine, and for years that's all I used. Then about a year and a half ago, maybe a little longer, maybe a little less, I started using a filter for the hose to block more stuff from getting to my lungs. And I changed the filter here in the Philippines, and it turned blacker quicker than any one that I used in the States before I changed it. I didn't realize how quick it changed. So I just put a new one on the 25th. So I'll see how quick they go, because I want that stuff blocked out of my lungs. It's pollution. It's just stuff that's not good for you. So I'll do that, and then I got to see if there's a medical, because there are medical places. Don't give me medical supply places, but I got to see if they carry the equipment or the filters for my machine, or if I have to find another way to get them. I'm pretty sure I could probably get the filters for the machine. It's the other filter I'm a little more concerned about getting it. So we'll find out how it goes. But yeah, I know I feel better when I use that. I'm not as didn't seem to have the allergies as bad if I use that. So it's probably that stuff getting in there causing all the allergy trouble, or most of it. And so anyway, that's what's going on there. And hey, folks, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. So unless somebody else, I'd love to have somebody else come up and talk with me or ask some questions. Otherwise, we would be wrapping this up here pretty soon. But like I said, yeah, it's good. I'm not going to be able to eat solid food for a week. That's a total. Oh, that's gonna. And no hot coffee. I don't know which one's worse. No hot coffee or no solid food. They both stink. Not being able to do either one. I think if I could do one, it would help a little bit. And yeah, I'm yawning. I'm sorry about that. For some reason, I'm getting tired. All right, everyone. I guess I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down. I want to thank everybody for coming and remind you now to take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay healthy, plus have fun. Take care, everybody. Love you. Take care. Bye.